It is a Sunday night conversation edition of Ticket Talk tonight, guys. What is good? That is the scene from the NBA All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles at Intuit Dome. Lots of empty seats Friday through Sunday. So I don't know what's going on with the NBA with all these empty seats. The prices were obviously insane, kind of like a closed market for those folks in California that are pushing for the closed market 10% resale cap. The prices were insane, tons of empty seats. So I have no idea what the NBA did on distribution front. But this isn't a show recapping NBA All-Star Weekend because really it's kind of relevant to what happened this weekend. And I'm absolutely still appalled at. So why don't we show kind of the example juncture of the email that went out in the middle of the night, Friday night, to thousands. When I say thousands and thousands of resellers got this same email. StubHub is claiming this was an error, which is absolute bullshit. So just to recap, everyone who isn't aware of what happened with StubHub is that they targeted thousands of resellers, basically events that happened in the likes of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months ago. Saying that, giving them a denied entry that the buyer did not get in the event. Essentially, allegedly, why they did this campaign and why they continue to mess with resellers, fans on a daily basis is that they have extreme pressure with the New York Stock Exchange now, specifically being a public company now the last 4-5 months or so, to hit numbers. And they play the game, the accounting game that, I can find millions of dollars in extra revenue by playing this game, charging a seller that claim a denied entry. Then if they call up the phone and they bitch, well, obviously we'll refund them 40, 50, 60, 70 days down the road. So I consider it like a Ponzi scheme. I consider it really an accounting scheme to make numbers always look good as they report earnings once per quarter. I think that is how big of a scumbag CEO Eric Baker is, that he will go to lengths to screw resellers, do chargebacks. Because when he reports Q4 earnings on March 4th, he needs those numbers to look good for his shareholders. And he will do whatever it takes to make those numbers look good for shareholders after a horrific Q3 earning back in the fall, back in November. So he's reporting Q4 on March 4th, a couple of weeks from now. We'll absolutely be on the call. And we will do all we can to ask a question at the end. If they take us, I might have to disguise myself, which I probably will, to have a shot to ask questions at the end if they do take questions. Because what StubHub did this weekend is probably one of the most alleged fraud things I've ever seen in my life. And I've literally been on the phone all day with numerous resellers. I've learned things from StubHub that I can't even share right now because it's confidential, that literally has me shaking my head. That literally has me thinking of a company, running a company like it literally is the wild, wild west where anything goes. We can screw people. We can charge people. Anything we can do to cook the books. And the sad part is that it is really putting a ton of unnecessary stress on great resellers we have in ticketing. They're bullying the small to medium-sized sellers. They're not messing so much with the big fish, the large sellers that I talk to. But they're messing with the smaller, the mid-sized seller to whatever they do, whatever they can do to claw back their books to make earnings look good for Q4. And it really is sickening. The stuff that I've learned today, specifically from one gentleman that I can't disclose his name, is absolutely mind-boggling. And I wish I can report that practice right now, but it's not the necessary time to report it. But he says if his issue isn't resolved, he will report it. and it will be absolutely a thing the SEC can shut StubHub down for yesterday. So it's really a time and place where we have all these ticketing legislation issues that we're fighting for an open ticket market, guys. But we have to look ourselves in the mail on the reselling side that we are absolutely getting bullied. We are absolutely getting defrauded from StubHub, the biggest ticket marketplace on this earth, because they need to hit Wall Street numbers on March 4th. And if these are the games they want to continue playing, it's not going to work much longer. I put CEO Eric Baker on absolute notice. I encourage StubHub to put out a statement regarding these horrific incidents of allegedly defrauding thousands of resellers this weekend, accusing them of denied entries, accusing them of folks that made it to these events, that went to these events happily with no issues at all. I think it's absolutely sickening, and I'm absolutely disgusted by StubHub. And I really hope to hear answers this upcoming week from StubHub management, from CEO Eric Baker. I really hope Eric Baker doesn't have a job by tomorrow. It's President's Day. I don't know if they're in the office. I think live events operate 7 days a week, 365. So I assume that StubHub is working tomorrow. I assume that their corporate office in New York is working tomorrow, as we're in a live event industry where we don't sleep. We have events 365, 24/7 all over the world. We're going to continue to press the issue. Keep sending me intel on your issues. I want to talk to as many people as we can regarding StubHub over the next several weeks or so, along with keeping track of all the other great live events happening here with Ticket Talk. And no football, start of NBA, second half. We got the Olympics going on in Italy. I don't know. Maybe we'll call up StubHub HQ tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Make it a great Sunday evening, my friends. Give us a like. Tell your friends to watch us. Make sure you give StubHub hell. Stay lean and clean for your health.